Greetings, fellow scholars and amazing teachers. I have someone who's asked me a question about number 6 on your lesson presentation, which is also your homework numbers 39 and 34. This is for Module 2. So here, for number 6, we are being asked to subtract in base 5. So here we have, these are actually parts Charlie and Delta, so we'll just remember that. All right, and I am going to copy these two. I already went ahead and did this, but I am going to redo it and actually show you guys the process. So I'm going to go kind of quickly, and you guys can just pause the video or slow it down if you missed something, okay? So now here I am going to insert a table. I want my table to have, I think in the end I decided 5 rows. So let's see what we get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should do it. All right, I am going to create one of these little charts for each of my subtraction problems. I want these two to be just a little bit smaller. All right, now I am going to put my base 5 numbers up here. In base 5, what we do is we start with 5 to the 0, which I went ahead and did in a Word document over here. 5 raised to the power of. In Word, I have these options for a sub number and a power. So 5 to the power of 0. And then I'm just going to copy that, Control Charlie, and then paste it right here into my chart. I am also going to center it just because I like it centered. All right, so now let's just go ahead and make it a little bigger as well. Is that too big? Okay, now I am just going to copy that and paste it into all of these cells and change these. I start with 5 to the 0, and then I do 5 to the 1, 5 to the 2, 5 to the 3. All right, and then I used Excel here. Let me delete all this stuff. I used Excel to do my calculations. I put an equal sign, 5 to the power of 0 is equal to 1, and then I just swiped that across and changed it 5 to the power of 1, enter, 5 to the power of 2, enter, and 5 to the power of 3. All right, so now I know what each of these values are. Here is 125. Well, actually, since I've already put this, I can just copy this and paste it. Make it white, bold, and 28 font so that it matches, and center it. All right, and I think I will also just darken this up a little bit. So we can see the numbers better. All right, now let's have a look at our values. My 414, that means I have 4 1s, 1 5, and 4 25s. I really didn't need this last column over here. I just included it to show you. So here I am going to insert a little circle, and you guys can use any shapes you want if you want to use this. And we'll go ahead and make this shape yellow. All right, so I have 4 of those. So that's Control Charlie, 1, 2, 3. All right, so I have 4 1s here. And then I have 1 5. This is the next column. That's what that means, the next column. All right, and let's see. I'll go ahead and put this over here, but I'll fill my shape in some different color. And see, if this was in base 10, it would be the same thing. You would have 4 1s, 1 10, and 4 100s. But, you know, this is base 5, so it means I have 4 1s, 1 5, and then four 25s. So, what do you guys want that to be? Orange? That looks good. All right, now that's 4 25s, 1 5, and 4 1s. Now for my number that we'll be subtracting, I have 1, 2, 3, and I'm just using Control C, Control V to paste these things. I have 4 5s, so Control C, I'm gonna move, Control V, move that down, and there I have it. All right, so now we need to subtract. This again, 4 25s, 1 5, and 4 1s, and then down below I'm subtracting 4 5s and 3 1s. So let's go ahead and I am going to block these out. I'll do that using red. All right, we'll let red be our get rid of number, which means I'm also going to get rid of 3 of those. All right, I have 1 left. So I'm just going to copy that and bring it right down here. We're going to let this last row be our equals section. All right, so now here I have 1, 2, 3. I need to subtract 4 5s, but I only have 1 5 up here to subtract. So I'm going to borrow one of these orange circles over here. Well, 1 orange circle is equal to 5 green circles. So Control C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 of these, that's 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now I can delete this orange one because we just traded 1 orange for 5 greens. Hopefully you can see how that goes. All right, so now you remember I subtracted 4 5s down here. So now I'm going to subtract 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things, these green ones, and I have 2 left. So I'm just going to select those, Control Charlie, Control Victor, bring it down. All right, now what's left? I have 3 of these orange ones left, and I have nothing to subtract from them, so they all get to come down here. So now it turns out that my answer, go ahead and insert a text box here, give myself a 28 font with bold numbers and center it, and I see that what I have left is 3 25s, 2 5s, and 1 10. All right, should we go ahead and do the next one real quick? We totally can. It's going to be even easier now because I have all of these things prepared. So I'm just going to Control copy that, bring it over. All right, so I have 5 25s, right? And I'm just copying these to get 5. All right, so I have 5 25s, 503, 0 5s, and then 3 1s. All right, and then I have 4 1s, 2 5s. I hope you guys could see I'm just copying these to move them over. And then I don't have anything else. So again, we're just going to nix those out. I got rid of, whoops, what's our situation here? All right, so here I have 3 1s minus 4 1s, and I can't do that. I don't have any 5s to borrow from over here, so I'm actually going to have to come all the way over here to the 25s, borrow one of those, and change it out for 5 greens. You see that? All right, so now I can get rid of that orange. I borrowed an orange and change it out for 5 greens. Now I'm going to borrow a green and change it out for 5 1s. Whoops, I don't want that green selected. 3, 4. I only borrowed 4 so far, so I still need 1 more. All right, so now I can get rid of this green and I get to have these 5 yellows in its place. All right, so now I need to subtract out 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Control Charlie, Control Victor. There's what's left over. All right, so now I have to subtract 2 of these greens, which means I subtract 2 of these greens. And I'm left with 2 5s. And I get to keep all of these oranges because there's nothing to subtract from it. So my answer, just going to copy that little box over there. My answer is 424. All right, so hopefully here this helps you guys to not only see how to subtract, but how to build a cool model to show it to others. I hope that helps. See you guys soon.